Hi, I'm Jim Drewback, and welcome to my YouTube video for October 19th. Over my shoulder, you can see marigolds. And for me, another fall transition. Went to the flower market where I usually get my sunflowers all summer, and they're out of sunflowers. We made the transition from that no longer summer flowers, we're getting fall flowers, asters and marigolds. Okay, today's topic is China retaliates. Act 2 in the U.S.-China trade wars. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you get notification when we do the next one. We're doing about 3 a week, but not always on the same day. If you want more stuff, including more explication of the way I think this plays out in the market, on my free site, that's drewbackpicks.com, 3 portfolios, 12 to 18 month dividend, long term. Or my paid site, drewbackam.com, which has 6 portfolios, including ETFs, some options, some really long-term stuff, and that gives me flexibility to deal with this bear market. Okay, so in this week, we've seen the rubber stamp by the National Congress of the Chinese Communist Party on a 3rd term for Xi Jinping. This is a big deal. It required changing the Chinese constitution. The Chinese constitution had written in provisions to try to control the one-person rule that was so devastating under Mao, and they had to change the constitution to allow him to get a 3rd term. This has solidified his position as head of the party, as head of the country. It's probably his last term just because of age, but this is a legacy term, and legacy terms are really dangerous if you have a big concentration of power like this, because hey, you've got to put your mark on it. This is your last chance. So while the Congress was going on and he was being given a 3rd term, I think that there's sort of been abeyance on what they're going to do. So about the U.S. trade war, but that's now all on the table, and I think we're going to see a very strong response from the Chinese government to U.S. restrictions on exports of advanced technology to China. So we'll see a first wave of retaliation. I think we'll probably see that in the next few weeks. The first stage of that will be moves in the technology area. The place that I would move if I were the Chinese government, knowing what I know, is I would go after rare earths and lithium. China controls 90% of the world's rare earth supply and processing for that. So I think that the easiest thing for them to do to retaliate tit for tat is to put restrictions on the exports of that material to the U.S. We've seen that before. It's very effective. It's very dangerous to U.S. technology companies. So that's the first move. Second move, I think, is market moves, to restrict access of your companies to the Chinese economy. So I think we're going to see restrictions slapped on Tesla and Apple and other big U.S. actors in China. The third one, the real wild card, is what happens with Taiwan. If you listen to the 2-hour speech that Xi gave when he was voted in by the Congress, it was incredibly nationalistic, incredibly militaristic, very aggressive about the Chinese government's claim that Taiwan needs to be soon reintegrated in China. We've had statements out of the Biden administration saying that, hey, we knew this was on the timetable, we're seeking to accelerate it. The question is whether we're going to actually get somewhere. Xi has a problem, which is somewhat similar to Vladimir Putin's problem in Russia, which is he has created an extreme hardcore right wing, which is putting pressure on him to be more aggressive. So he's got to do something. He will do something. It'll rattle the financial markets. That's the Chinese agenda for, let's say, the next 4 weeks. It makes me very hesitant about putting money into technology stocks, even though they might be rallying, even though they're very cheap right now. I'd certainly be looking to cut risk in Apple, Tesla, and maybe in something like Taiwan semiconductors, but we'll do that as it comes up. So thanks very much for watching. It's been Jim Juback. If you want more of my stuff, go to my free site, jubackpigs.com. Even more things, including some options and ETFs. My paid site, that's jubackam.com. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can find links to everything down below. Thanks very much.